Scotty, you home? Okay. Scott?
Take a seat. Since you're conflicted about the Last Jedi.
Well, yeah, I'm a bit conflicted on the Star Wars movie now. It. I don't know if it's really that stupid anymore. I don't know. Let's just start back at the beginning. So it starts off with the Resistance evacuating that planet we last saw, right?
Yeah.
And because the First Order's on its way, or it's there in the, in the middle of the evacuation, and it's kind of like, I'm just thinking, like, alright, this is pretty cool,
Yeah, you see them caught in the middle of the evacuation and they're all like, and one is like going, no, leave everything, just get everyone off.
Yeah.
And then the First Order comes and you're like, oh crap.
Yeah. So the First Order comes along, and they're like, fire on those cruisers or whatever, and then it's like, so there's a radio communication for you. Patch it through. It's Poe.
Yeah.
And he's asking for General Hux, and then he's like, "This is Hux. Yeah, I'm waiting for General Hux." Now, I I like that. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, he's stalling for time for both the last of the carriers to get on and also for what he's about to do.
Yeah. So then the Dreadnought comes in, and then Poe starts taking out the cannons.
Yeah, takes it off the top defense cannons on the Dreadnought.
Yeah.
And the commander of the Dreadnought goes, "We should have scrambled up fighters 5 damn minutes ago."
Yeah. And then Poe's at the last cannon, and his cannons, whatever, his things are down, and he has to get BB-8 to fix it up.
Yeah.
But anyway, they do it, and then the bombers come along, and they're like, wow, that's a nice fleet of bombers.
Yeah, very nice for your bombers.
Then they get destroyed, every single one of them except for one.
Yeah, I bought one, and then most of the rest get destroyed in a domino-like effect.
Yeah.
It's pretty sad to watch.
Yeah.
I was like, come on, they tried to take down a fleet killer for crying out loud.
Yeah. And they eventually do, and we're kind of focused on this one woman with this necklace thing, and we're like, oh, okay, something's got to do with something. Anyway,
Yeah.
Dreadnought is destroyed.
Yeah.
Everyone's happy.
Yeah, and the last of the Resistance get on their cruiser, and they're all gone.
Yep. And then Snoke's wants to talk to Hux, and he's like, I'll take you to my private quarters, but then Snoke's head just appears on the bridge, and uses the Force, and locks Hux down.
Yeah.
And yeah,
trips him up and drags him across the floor.
Yeah.
For showing how disappointed he is.
Yeah. And yeah, so then Leia's pretty pissed with Poe for what he did, and he's like, well, they're all heroes, and she's like, dead heroes.
Yeah.
Like, ooh.
Yeah, she's that pissed she actually demoted him as well.
Yeah. From back to captain.
Yeah, from commander to captain.
Yeah. So then, what did I do? Then it cuts to Rey and Luke, doesn't it?
Yeah, that cuts back to Rey and Luke.
Yeah, so it ends off where the Force Awakens ends, and then that was in my thoughts, I was like, hang on a minute, wait a minute. When she was handing over that lightsaber, was everything else just happening?
Yeah,
Like-
so you have a sense that this whole, like the whole resistance thing has happened why she's gone to Luke.
Yeah.
And then it cuts back, okay, this is what's just happened with the resistance, this is what's happening right now with Rey and Luke.
Yeah. Because, well, you know, you see Kylo Ren, and he's kind of like got those weird patches on him.
Yeah,
And it's like, well, that was kind of quick healing kind of thing.
yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, so she's standing there, handing the lightsaber to Luke,
Yeah.
and Luke just tosses it away. And I was like, what is going on? What is going on?
Yeah, I was like, oh wait, he just threw that away. Does he not need it? Is he just, does he not need it because he's that good with the Force? Is he disgusted from being handed to it? Like, what's going on?
Yeah. But it turns out Luke has disconnected himself away from the Force, and he's put himself in exile. And then you know, Rey is confused. I'm confused.
Yeah,
You know,
everyone's confused.
Everyone's confused.
Yeah.
So then they would cut back to Leia and Poe and everyone at the Resistance, and Finn wakes up.
Yeah.
In his
Yeah, in
suit
this,
thing.
Yeah, in this walking back to tank kind of thing.
Yeah.
And he's leaking everywhere.
Yeah.
And Poe's like giving confidence to BB-8, and BB-8's like,
Hey, Finn's over there. He's naked and he's leaking.
Yeah.
and Poe's like, what?
Yeah.
And then B like says, look over there, and he's like, oh, right.
Yep. And then they run over there, and he's like Finn, and all Finn would say is, "Where's Rey?" And it's
Yeah.
like, we'll tell you later.
Yeah.
So then, like, the Resistance stop their light speed, and it's like 10 seconds later or something, 15 seconds later, whatever.
Yeah.
The First Order arrived.
Yeah, less than a minute later, there's the
Yeah.
Force Order right behind them.
Yeah.
You see a good fleet of nearly 10 standard First Order Star Destroyers, and then you see this massive ship come. I'm like, holy shit, whose is that?
Yeah. And then we see Kylo Ren again, and he's got his helmet on. He goes to see Snoke, and you know Snoke's all like giving him crap about how he was defeated by a girl with who hardly knows how to use a lightsaber and the Force.
Yeah, and apparently seems to think that the deed of him killing his own father has stripped his own to the bone.
Yeah.
And that he's emotionally and mentally all over the place, like he's unfocused.
Yeah, and then Snoke like zaps him.
Yeah, and forces him to take his mask off so you see
Yeah.
what's been done so far with his injuries.
Yeah.
Some of it's been fixed, the rest of it's a little patched up.
Yeah. And Kylo Ren has his temper tantrum, and he's bashing the helmet on the elevator wall.
Yeah. To the point where he destroys it.
Yeah. And then we got another funny thing with these officers coming to attention.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they open up, they see him, they're probably in the last of his tantrum.
Mm.
They're like straight up, and he just goes, prepare my ship,
Yeah.
and walks straight past him. Then you see what's left of his mask on the elevator floor.
Yeah. Destroyed. So the First Order's there, and the Resistance fleet is trying to get away,
Yeah.
and they attack, and Leia and Admiral Akbar and on the bridge and stuff, like all their head command peoples are on the most of their head command peoples on the bridge. So there's Kylo Ren flying past the bridge, and he sends his mum,
Yeah,
and they have this back and forth thing, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, they have this back and forth thing because they can sense each other's like, is he gonna kill her and all the most of the rebel leadership, or is he not going to?
Yeah.
Then he lets go, and then the special forces TIE fighters take out the bridge instead.
Yep. And everyone's sucked into space.
Yep.
And then the oddest thing happens is when Leia somehow survives, uses the Force, and gets back to the ship. Somehow.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
Yeah. Yeah, somehow she's still alive and
Yeah.
connects with the Force and pulls herself all the way back to the safety of the ship, and then falls into a coma.
Yeah.
And has to be treated while she recovers from being exposed to space.
Yeah. But, you know, before that, Kylo Ren goes into the hangar and destroys all the X-Wings.
Yes, destroys all the fighters for the Resistance in one shot.
Yeah. So then it's cut back to Rey and Luke, and they're like, she's all like, train me, and he's like, no, and she's like, train me, no,
Yeah.
and then Chewbacca comes along and it's like,
Bashes the
what?
door open.
Yeah, what are you doing here? And then it's like, you gotta help us. He's like, no, and then he sees R2-D2, and it's like, R2-D2's like, you gotta help us. He's like, no, and then he shows Princess Leia from A New Hope, and he's like, all right, I'll help.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I've been told that someone was really annoyed that Luke turned on the Falcon at the bottom and not the top like Han did.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, oh, okay, you know, that didn't bother me. If it bothered you, then it bothered you.
Yeah. Because I'm sure
Yeah.
there's more than one way to turn on the Falcon.
Yeah. And then Finn wants to go help Rey or whatever, and he goes to get to a escape pod, and this lady named Rose,
Yes.
she's there, and she's like, "What you doing?" And he's like, "You know, doing my thing." And she's, "Oh, you're the hero guy."
Yes, you're the Finn.
Yeah.
The current Resistance hero.
Yeah. And then she zaps him for trying to escape and telling him about how her sister died.
Just died to
Yeah.
save the Resistance.
Yeah. And you see that she has the other half of this necklace thing,
Yeah.
moonlight necklace. And then they devise a plan to take out
Take out the hyperspace tracking from the First Order
Yeah.
fleet.
The problem is, it's on one ship, and it's on the biggest, most heavily armored, secured ship ever.
Yeah,
That's Snoke's ship.
which happens to be the Snoke ship.
Yeah.
Which is 3 times the length and width to what Vader's Super Star Destroyer was.
Yeah. So you got the Star Destroyer, and you got the Super Star Destroyer, and you got this. Then you got the Dreadnought, and then you got Snoke's ship, but the Death Stars are like bigger.
Yeah, it's probably about nearly a third the size of the Death Star, just in overall lengthwise, but
Yeah. It's a boomerang shape almost.
yeah, it's
weird.
boomerang shaped, but
Yeah.
it carries a fleet. It's basically a mobile base where
Yeah.
they do everything from weapons development to carrying half a fleet.
You can
In a-
store like Star Destroyers in there.
Yeah, you can store. The amount that was on this one ship
Yeah.
was ridiculous. You'd say it's like they took a section of the Death Star and turned it into a ship.
Yeah. And like the thing is, what we see is the First Order and the Resistance. Those ships, all those ships, that's the First Order. And for the Resistance, all those ships, that's just the Resistance. That's
Yeah.
how small, like,
The Resistance.
the Resistance are. And that's how somewhat a reasonable size the First Order is. So they're like,
Yeah.
they're big, but once they've taken more control of the galaxy, then they'll actually expand even bigger.
Yeah.
Because, you know, obviously they'll stop from the New Republic.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. And apparently some of their fleet is also elsewhere taking military control of the galaxy.
yeah.
But I'm guessing a fair chunk of their forces is right there going
Yeah.
after this small band of fleets
With Snoke.
with Snoke.
So it's like,
Because Snoke
Yeah.
wants to personally oversee the end of the Resistance.
yeah.
Like how the Emperor wanted to see the end of the Rebellion.
Yeah. funny that. So, you know, like Luke is starting to train Rey with the Force.
Yeah.
So they go up to this place where it's sort of like where the bigger connection to the Force is, kind of thing.
Yeah. Just a place on the island where the Force is the most strongest, but also the most balanced.
Yeah. And then it's kind of funny, you know, it's like sit down and then it's like, now reach out, and she reaches out with her hand and he has this little plant thing and it's like, do you feel it? And do you feel the Force? And he's like, yes, I feel the Force.
Is it strong? Really strong?
Yeah.
And it just goes whack.
Yeah. So then she feels out the Force.
Then she realizes, oh, you mean actually reach out, not physically reach out. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, she can really, like, I don't know, she's really, really strong with the Force.
Yeah.
That she sensed the darkness from the island.
Yeah.
And there's Luke, like, don't give in to the darkness, stay away from the darkness. But Rey just goes straight to the dark side.
Yeah.
And Luke is like, wow, you just went straight to the dark side, kind of thing.
Yeah.
We get 3 backstories to what happened at Luke's temple.
Yeah.
We get, like, one half truth, and then the truth.
Yeah.
So we get Luke's side, Kylo's side, and then the actual altogether truth. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where Luke said that Kylo turned on him.
Yeah.
And then the other one is Kylo saying Luke had his lightsaber ready to strike him.
Yeah.
And then the last one is Luke was there. He did ignite his lightsaber, but like hesitated and had second thoughts.
Yeah,
but
he froze because he was thinking, oh, this legend that everyone thinks he is has failed his own nephew, and he's let him fall to the dark side, and he's feeling so much confliction, particularly towards himself, not his nephew. He's like, but that moment of hesitation is what caused his Jedi in him to end.
Yeah, because then Ben wakes up. It's like, uh-oh.
Ouch. Anyway, back to Finn and Rose. So yeah, they worked out a plan on how to disable the hyperspace tracking from the First Order, and they go to Poe with the plan. So, but they got everything they need, they just need a way to get onto the ship.
Yeah.
Yep. And
It's interesting because they do it like get away from the fleet, and that admiral kind of in charge, she's like, what was that? And it was like, nothing, just space debris. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
So they go to this casino planet place.
Yeah.
Now, I think, like, this side story doesn't make sense. Sort of. I mean, it's just like, it takes us away from everything. This side story just, it's like, First Order thing, and then Luke and Rey is like, alright, yes, we're getting into this, and then it cuts back to Finn and Rose, and you're like, I know they're trying to find something, but this whole thing just, I don't know, maybe it could be wrapped up quicker.
Yeah, they're trying to find a master code breaker so they can get through onto the First Order ship so they can execute their plan. Because they have everything else they just need a way on.
Yeah. Anyway, they get arrested and they get put into the jail, and then they find a guy that can break the codes, and he has a little stutter thing, so... Yep, and then they get out, and BB-8's there, and he's full of gold coins, and he shoots the guards, and then they get to these weird creature things, like kind of like a horse with a cat face or something. I don't know how to describe them.
Yeah, a horse with some kind of cat-like face, but they're bigger and a lot stronger.
Yeah. So anyway, they're just running around in that place and destroying the casinos, and Rose is like, yeah, that was great, because I used to be here and be one of those slaves, and then I escaped with my sister. It's like, well, you know, that's all it was, really. Something like that whole thing was her going back and kind of having some sort of revenge or something.
Yeah.
But
Like, character-wise, that whole side plot is useful because you get to know about Rose, her sister, and you learn more about the galaxy as a whole. But in terms of if you knew what was going on with the original plan for Resistance, that whole side story is useless.
yeah, well then it does become useless anyway because in the end they get caught, like they get through into Snoke's ship. They get into disguise and they get to the place they need to be, but by the end they all get caught.
Yeah.
And I think it's because of the BB-9 unit.
Yeah, because of the BB-9, he noticed that something was off.
Yeah.
Particularly with their disguised BB-8.
Yeah. So, yeah, they get caught, but then that dude is like, oh, well, I'm free because I did something. And, well, what he did is, the plan for the Resistance was for them to get to this certain planet where the Rebellion used to be, like an old base.
Yeah, where an old established base is. It just hasn't been used in a while.
And then they send their little pods down because they'd be undetected by the First Order.
Yeah, because they got cloaking tech.
Yeah, and then what that codebreaker did, he told him
Everything.
everything, and he got paid for it too.
Yeah.
Because he didn't want to get killed or whatever.
Yeah.
Because dun dun dun, Phasma returns.
Yes. Yes, Phasma returns.
Yeah.
And seems to be he's somewhat pissed at Finn.
Yeah.
Because of him defecting and being a traitor to the First Order. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah.
But then, at the same time, other things are happening. So all the stories are now converting.
Yeah.
So it's all in, like, at the same time. So Rey leaves Luke after the little confrontation fight thingy.
Yeah.
Where she's all like, alright, I'm gonna go to Ben. I feel that he's conflicted, and I think we can turn him back.
Yeah.
And Luke is like, you're wasting your time. Kind of, pretty much.
Yeah, he's, as far as he's concerned, she's wasting her time and he still has no interest in helping them.
Yeah. So she's there. She gets to the Snoke's ship and there's Kato waiting and there's a stormtrooper with cuffs. And then they go to see the Snoke dude and then he's like talking and stuff. It's like, hello Rey. I won't tell you where Luke is. And it's like, oh really?
Yeah.
And then, he's super strong.
Yeah, he's quite a powerful force user. He effortlessly drags her along the floor to him without lifting her off the ground at all to him, and friggin' sends her off and drags all the information he needs out of her.
Yeah. And she goes to get the lightsaber, but then he can force use because he's stronger and bring the lightsaber back and hits her on the head.
Yeah.
And then she goes for Rey's lightsaber and then that fails and then he's all like, my apprentice will kill you and then we'll find Skywalker's planet and obliterate the island he's on.
Yeah. After we've dealt with the Resistance, we'll go and destroy the Last Jedi and give him the end that he desires.
Yeah. Because Luke's like, I just want to die. Pretty much. He's like, I came here to die. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
And, And then Snoke is like sensing his Padawan and he's like, I can sense that something dark side. I don't know. What did he say?
Can sense his intentions.
Yeah.
And he cannot be betrayed.
Yeah.
You can see that that he's turning his lightsaber to... He's clearly distracting him by turning his lightsaber to kill Rey, but his left hand's like, no, he's turning Rey's saber. And
Yeah, and he's like, and then strikes
true
strikes true to the enemy or something.
to his true enemy.
To his true enemy, and then it's Luke is all like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And then he's like, dead. And for me, I was like, wow, that's interesting. You know, they just killed this guy that was built up in The Force Awakens to be this bad guy.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he's like dead, and there's no backstory.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
And then there's a whole fight between Ray, Ren, and his guards.
Yeah.
Which is a pretty good fight. I mean,
a good
it's
fight.
6 against 2.
Yeah.
And they've got like 3 different style blades against their lightsabers.
It's interesting because these red guys, like, they have these weird, you know, those blade things, but like on their arms, it seems they can resist lightsabers.
Yeah.
But then the chest and face and everything is like, nope.
Yeah.
No resistance to lightsabers there.
Yeah. Yeah, because they get decapitated, get stabbed through the chest, again stabbed right through the head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like we said, all storylines are now converging into one now.
Yeah.
And she's like, you can stop this. And he's like, let's just forget about it. Forget about the past. Let's just destroy everything and restart. Join me. And she's like, nope. And she tries to get the lightsaber, and they're struggling with the Force to get the lightsaber. And then the lightsaber kind of explodes. And then the Lady Admiral, she turns that big fleet ship around, and she uses the light speed thing to go into the Star Destroyers.
Yeah.
And then the Star Destroyers are destroyed, and Snoke's ship is partially destroyed.
Yeah, it's cut into a 2/3 and a third, really.
Yeah. And then the Resistance get out of there, Rey's out of there,
Yeah.
Finn gets out of there, they all get out, but
Yeah.
Finn and Phasma have their fight first,
Yeah.
and they're like, he has that thingy, bobby
Yeah,
weapon.
he has that riot control.
Yeah.
Electro.
And
thingy.
and she's got a metal stick.
Yeah, she's got a metal staff.
And it's like pop pop pop, and then she knocks Finn down, and Rose like blasts her, and her armor just resists the freaking
Blaster
blast.
bolts.
Yeah, I was like, gee, okay, so normal stormtroopers can't do that, and there's her with a chromey freaking outfit. Ahaha, I can resist blast fires. Ahaha.
Yeah.
But then I smacked to the face with the riot thingy, and it
Yeah.
like breaks her helmet,
Yeah.
and she's like super pissed at Finn,
Yeah.
and you know, and then she falls, I guess, to her death.
We're
But I don't
assuming
know.
to her death, but
Could be to her death, but you know, she's got that super duper armor. Maybe she could just survive and you know,
can survive in being engulfed in flames.
yeah. Maybe that's what's like kept her alive in that in the last one, you know, because they said it was
Because last one she was thrown into a trash compactor,
Yeah.
but she got out of that.
yeah, maybe her armor was like ha ha or something. I don't
Yeah.
know. Anyway,
Yeah.
so now everyone is on this planet. It's like it's a salt kind of planet. It's
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, it's a mineral planet where they're mining salt
Yeah.
specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the Resistance are getting everything ready for a final offense while they're trying to send word to the rest of their allies
Yeah.
throughout
In
the
the outer
galaxy.
rim.
See, and yeah. And then you see the First Order coming with AT-ATs, the new big ass walkers,
Yeah.
and this new weapon,
Mhm.
which is apparently called a battering ram cannon,
Yeah.
which is basically a miniaturized version of the Death Star's super laser.
Yeah. It's weird.
Yeah. And when you look at it firing and charging up, you get the idea.
yeah.
Yeah, how it's related. Except that it's yellow, not green.
Yeah.
But still, yeah, you get the idea.
Yeah. And Kylo ran on that end and their flying ship thing above watching.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
His
so, like-
personal shuttle above
Yeah.
commanding. Yeah.
And Kylo Ren is now Supreme Leader, pretty much.
Yeah. He's now the supreme leader of
Yeah.
the First Order.
Yep. And I don't know, man. He's something like it really changed. He just went from like, I don't know. I guess after killing Snoke, now he's like just really gone to the dark side. Something made him go to the dark side. Maybe
Yeah.
because Rey rejected him.
Yeah. He's gone full dark side now.
He doesn't care anymore. He just wants to kill everybody in that base.
Yeah. He just wants to destroy the past and embrace the future of the First Order. Pretty much.
Yeah. So the Resistance get these little spear things and go to attack, and it's like these things are rusting and stuff, and Poe's foot goes through the stupid floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. These things are basically skeletal framed, and they probably haven't been used in ages, haven't been maintained, so they're half falling apart and half shaking all over the place while they're trying to use them.
Yeah.
And then the TIE fighters come in and start mowing them down,
Yep.
and then all of a sudden there's the Falcon
And yeah.
tearing through all the TIE fighters.
And taking them all away conveniently. It's like,
Yeah.
she's doing it. She's getting all the TIE fighters away. It's like,
Yeah.
wow. Okay.
Yeah, because freaking Carlo orders them to shoot that piece of junk out of the sky,
Yeah.
and then they just send all the TIE fighters against this one ship.
Yep. And then Poe, guess he's kind of grown as a character. He's looking around and is like, nah, this is terrible. Let's all retreat. We can survive with a retreat.
Yeah.
And Finn's like, no, we gotta do this. And Poe's like, come on, man. I just learnt my lesson. And I know he can't do this. It's a suicide mission.
Yeah,
Nope.
it's a suicide mission to take down this cannon.
Yeah.
Because you won't get past the walkers.
Yeah, well, if you do, then you're gonna be like destroyed by the cannon's like radiant heat thing.
Yeah, if the radiation, the heat coming from the gun ain't gonna kill you, the impact on trying to destroy it's going to.
Yeah, because when everyone's like breaks off back,
Yeah.
Finn is going straight in, and the cannon is now like has this yellow stream thing, like a I don't know, but I don't know what it is. Like it's like a heat thing.
Yeah, the charging stream.
Yeah, the charging, and when Finn's going into it, like his guns have melted and broken away,
Yeah.
and so he's like, right, I'm going full into the cannon, and then
Yeah.
Rose saves him.
Yeah.
He was like super prepared. If he died, I think I would have been like, whoa, that's like heroic kind of weird thing. But
Yeah. It would have been a satisfying death, but
Yeah.
Rose wouldn't let him die.
No. And Rose is like, oh, why do we have to do blah blah blah? The things we hate when we're going to save the things we love.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, but if the way to save things that you love is you got to destroy the things you hate. It's like, come on, Rose.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, more or less, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. And freaking
Yeah.
Jury and Ray are flying through all the mineral, flying all over the place,
And-
trying to lose all the TIE fighters.
and just destroy the cannon again.
Yeah.
But it has that little cool music cue, I guess, to bring you back to A New Hope with that little
Yeah.
music thing.
Yeah.
And,
It was a pretty cool chasing
Yeah.
thing. I'd say it was cooler than the last one. As cool as it was to see them fly through a downed superstar destroyer, but seeing them fly through a mineral planet and friggin' losing them as they go, that was pretty cool.
it's kind of, wait a minute. So it's like, it took a part of, like, The Force Awakens that looked pretty cool, and then inserted it into The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there we go. So, what happens now? Luke arrives, and he's
Yeah.
all like, I got this. Nah.
Yeah.
Anyway, he has his last words with Leia.
Yeah.
He gives him this dice thing.
Yeah, the dice that Han used to win the Falcon in the first place.
Yeah. And then he's like, he sees 3PO and C-3PO is like, Master Luke. And he's like, so.
And he just gives him the good luck wink.
Yeah.
And walks off.
That's what I did.
Yeah.
And Luke's like, but he didn't do that. He was like that. Whatever.
Yeah, then Luke's right there, looking most likely directly at Ren. And Ren just goes, I want every gun we have to fire on that man.
Yeah. It's so interesting because when they fire on him, because of the red thing underneath, the red ground, looked like he exploded, kind of thing.
It looked like he exploded on the first shot.
Yeah.
And you just see ridiculous amounts of him being barraged by some of the most powerful guns you've ever seen in Star Wars.
Yeah.
And they're definitely going to leave a crater when they finish shooting at him.
Yeah. So anyway, they stop shooting at him, and Hux is like, "Do you think you got him?" And then it's like, "Oh look, there's Luke," and he's like, whoosh.
Yeah.
So then Kylo Ren goes down and
Yeah.
Confronts him face to face.
Yeah.
And ignites the lightsaber, and then Luke ignites the lightsaber, and then at that point I was like, wait a minute, that lightsaber is the blue lightsaber. What's going on here? Something's up. Something's not right.
Yeah, something's not right here.
Yeah.
Because he's got a haircut. He looks younger, like the way he did in those flashbacks. I was like, this doesn't seem right.
Yeah. So, there they go. They have their little fight thing, and,
Yeah.
there's Luke doing his back, like, wow, dodge and dodge.
Doing this crazy backflip and dodge thing, which was cool.
Yeah. And then he has his little speech about getting struck down in anger,
Yeah. Struck me down in anger, and I'll always be with you, just like your father.
And then Kylo Ren's like, and then he's like, what? And he's like, yeah, aha, my force projection.
Yep.
And he's like, see you around, kid.
Yeah.
And then he goes, like, Luke disappears, Kylo Ren's pissed, the Resistance escape,
Yeah.
Kylo Ren and Rey have their last moments. We didn't really mention that they can see each other with the Force, with their projection thing. That doesn't matter.
Yeah, that
Anyway,
doesn't matter.
that happens. Anyway, and then the Resistance escape, Kylo Ren's kind of pissed, and Luke
Yeah.
brings, like, his peace with himself.
Yeah.
He's looking at the sun, and it's like,
he's
sort of like a New Hope kind of reference there.
Yeah, he's watching the sunrise or sunset. He dies peacefully.
Yeah.
From physical exhaustion from what he just did.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then the weirdest thing is though, the dice disappear. It's like, so he was projecting the dice the whole time, and
Yeah.
when he died, he's like, what did he forget or something?
Yeah.
It's like.
It's like, I don't know.
Oh wait,
like
forgot about those dice.
It's like, he left himself, then he left the dice there just a little bit longer because it was the easiest thing to do.
Maybe it was a thing for Kylo Ren. It's like, oh,
something for Leia to leave for Ren to find.
Yep.
And then he finds it, then it disappears right in his hand just as Luke dies.
And it ends, and that's it. That's it. That's Star Wars: The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
It is okay. There is times that it really reminded me of Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi.
Yeah,
It's just
definitely got chunks of both of them, and it's smashed, and it's put so good together. You realize that there's all these obvious connection story-wise, but you don't.
Yeah.
But you can't say it's specifically just one of them. It's both of them.
Because it blends it in. Like This movie is okay. I mean, it has some dumb, stupid moments where you're like, why did they do that?
Yeah.
But in the end, it was okay. Just okay. So, I'll have to give this 4.
I'll give this 4.5.
Okay, I'm all done, alright? That's all we need to do.
Hold on. We haven't talked about Yoda's scene yet.
No, I don't want to talk about Yoda's scene. There's the fight you want. That's the fight you'll get.
Yoda.
Oh no. Yoda's too good to be talked about.
Careful.
Yeah. What are you doing? You don't have to talk about Yoda.
Yes, we do.
It's a small bit.
So, it's a significant small bit.
Damn it. You're crazy. You're crazy.
Arguably.
Yeah.